I got myself in decent shape for this tour. I will tell you this, man. I was stretching, because that's what you have to do as an older person. I'm stretching, and I was sitting down, and I didn't have a shirt on, and I was sitting down, and I was just like, what happened to me? So when I get back, I gotta join a gym. I need an elliptical back in my life. That's it. Then I'll end up wearing out my hips and my knees, and I'll have to get hip replacement surgery. I mean, I don't know how you do it. Well, what do you do past 50? You just eat iceberg lettuce all day and sip on black coffee? Is that what you can do? I really think like it's part of nature, though, where they want to make sure that you're aging out. You know, no one finds you attractive anymore. Because you're too old to reproduce, right? But then on the other side, you got all this plastic surgery and all this shit. I was kind of talking about that at the game tonight. Like, there's guys from my generation that are just absolutely fucking yoked, shredded. And they're in their 50s, and there's no fucking way to do it. I mean, how many chickens do you have to eat? You got to be like eating chicken and steak as you're doing push-ups. And nature's just like, no, it's over. It's fucking over. Shut it down. Get some slippers. Put on some pajama bottoms. This is fucking it, right? My wife and I took a little stay vacation like a year and a half ago. And I saw there was a guy, you know, down at the pool without a shirt on that was like probably my age, a little younger or whatever, and he was fucking jacked. And I said to Nia, I go, God damn, I go, that's fucking inspiring, man. Look at that guy. That guy is killing it. And Nia's going like, yeah, you know, kind of, yeah. I go, what? He goes, yeah, he's got a little, she does that, and she imitates like putting a fucking syringe into your fucking leg. Does that. And I was like, really? And she goes, yes. And the way she said yes actually bugged me because it made me feel stupid, because she was right. Because there's like, I don't know. I never really stopped working out, and I've never done any of that shit. And if you see what the fuck I look like without a shirt off versus this guy, you know? Well, what do you build? A fucking pinnacle of 55-year-old beauty? Maybe this guy has better genetics. That's possible. But this guy looked like I wouldn't fight this guy if I was 25. Like, that's how fucking, like, it wasn't like roided up, but the guy was like solid, like fucking, tapered in. Like, that just doesn't happen. No loose skin. No, just, oh God, look at me. I mean, just the fact he was in public without a fucking shirt on was amazing. So, who knows? I'm not going to talk too much shit about this, because eventually what probably will end up happening is they'll have like some sort of organic steroids, you know, and they'll probably, and then of course they'll be, you know, the only way to get it to the masses they'll have to exploit some group of people or whatever. I somehow went down this fucking rabbit hole, and I think because I was looking at a thing about electric cars and all of that type of shit. And it's so funny because I've been saying on the podcast going like, I don't understand. There's all of these people out there that claim to be patriotic, support the troops and all of that shit. It's like, well, you know, and want to fight terrorism. Well, they say how like most of those terrorist groups, they're funded by oil money. So it's like, why don't you drive an electric car? It's my simplistic brain. Okay. Drive an electric car, you use less oil, even though there's fucking oil involved in electricity, whatever. But whatever, you know. Maybe lessen our dependency on it and drive an electric car. Then I go down this fucking rabbit hole about where they get the materials. They get most of the materials from the Republic of Congo or whatever. And there's literally like slave labor conditions. They make like $2 a day. There's women down there with like babies strapped to their backs. They're handling this, whatever this raw material is that they need, but there's no gloves or anything, and they're breathing this stuff in with their baby. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, you just can't you can't win. You can't fucking win. And that you can't tell me there's no fucking way to turn a profit on that shit unless you treat people like that. I firmly believe it's because the people at the top want to give themselves $100 million fucking bonus. I don't know. Well, this got depressing, didn't it? So there's basically no solution. So somebody told me, said, if you want to stay out of the depression of that, he told me this book, and I actually ordered it. I was going to read the fucking thing, and I forgot to bring it on this trip. And it was something along the lines of the purpose of a man or the purpose of living your life or whatever. And it's written by a Holocaust survivor, which is basically, you know, he's like essentially the worst level of human behavior and survived it and then came out of it. And then you're just like, so like what, like, how do I believe in anything? Because that was, you know, that's why the person like suggested the book to me, because I'd kind of gotten to this, you know, place in my life where it's like, I don't know, you got kids, you want a better world or whatever. You want people to be nice to each other, and you're trying to make decisions where the least amount of people are getting hurt. And everywhere you go, it's like, no, fuck you. Oh, you like that? Oh, yeah, they got babies putting those together in fucking North Korea. What? Yeah, actual babies. Actual babies. They don't feed them. They just make them work, and then they eventually starve to death. What? Yes, that's happening. That's the thing. You know, I'm fucking exaggerating. So you got all that fucking horrible shit is happening. I don't know. And then, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I don't even know how I went down this fucking road. You know what it is? I just watched 10 fucking innings of baseball. It had to be mildly entertaining. My fucking brain is fried. So now I'm talking about slave labor in the Congo. I am so out of my element right now. Having said all of that, I've been really good lately. I haven't had a cigar in fucking forever. And when I get off this podcast in exactly 13 minutes, if there is a cigar bar still open, I am not going to go to it because I'm already in my hotel room. Who's kidding who? You know, I'm at that fucking age that once I get back to the hotel room and I see the bed, it's it. I'm done. You know? Hey, guy, I'll head out with you guys. Let me just go drop this off in the room. I see the bed, and then it's just like, yeah, I'm not fucking going out. We actually just got a new fucking mattress. You know? No, we did not get an Indochino mattress or a hazmat. What the fuck is it called? I always never know how to pronounce it. It begins with an H. Oh, my God, I can't remember. They've only been sponsoring my fucking podcast forever. I mean, come on, Bill. You can do this. It's the name of a heavy metal band, too, isn't it? I don't fucking know. Anyway, we didn't get that because my wife basically bought a Craftmatic automatic adjustable bed, but it's the new version of it. So the whole fucking time I'm sitting there going like, because I go, oh, so like when you want to go up, that I have to go up too? What if I don't want to go up? She's like, no, it's split down the middle. It's basically two twins stuck together. Two twins stuck together, right? And then you can decide what you want to do. So I'm like, oh, all right, that's that sounds okay. So she's so fucking excited about it. All right. So I have to be excited about it because I don't want to ruin her excitement. So I'm like, okay, this is good. So she gets it, and it's cool. You know, it puts your legs up or whatever, and you know, your head goes up and all that shit. So last night's the first night we have it, and I want to go to bed. And it has this massage option on it where you can press the button, and there's a massage. It's not a fucking massage. It's just shaking the bed like you're in some fucking whorehouse in the 1960s, like the fucking honeymoon suite when they'd have the hot tub the shape of a fucking heart, you know, and it's just from the last people. So she goes, try out the massage thing. And I'm just sitting there. It's like, all right, it's vibrating, but You know what it felt like? It felt like, if you know what an earthquake feels like, not like a bad one, but there's always those ones where you're laying in bed going like, is the bed shaking? We having an earthquake? Is that an earthquake like fucking 30 miles away, so it's not really shaking us? Is that what's happening? And then you go on the, sorry, I get the hiccups, and I ate the worst fucking hot dog I've ever had in my life. This fucking thing was on the rotisserie since the beginning of the season. Oh my God. And there was this bun, and it wasn't even sliced, so I had to open it with my fingers, and the both halves just came apart, and then just crumbs fell out the bottom. But I was starving, right? And you're up in the booth, there's like no food, so I fucking bit into it. How can I explain it? Like the outside of it, it was like the outside was like made out of wax. Like that was the kind of crunch it had, and then I plowed through. So anyway, what am I talking? I'm talking about Craftmatic automatic adjustable bits, right?